I was born into a rich family. Our house was enormous. It had high ceilings, golden chandeliers, and marble floors. We had a garden so big, it felt like a park. There were servants to do everything: cook, clean, even open the doors. I never lacked anything. I had the newest toys, the best clothes, and a room filled with gadgets. But it always felt quiet. Too quiet. My father was a businessman. He worked long hours and traveled often. He rarely sat down for dinner with us. My mother was always busy with charity events. She said she wanted to help others, but I wished she would stay home sometimes. Nannies took care of me. They were kind, but they weren't my parents. Tutors taught me languages, music, and history. They praised me when I did well, but I didn't feel proud. Something was missing. At school, everyone wanted to be my friend. They liked my expensive shoes, my new phone, and the fancy car that picked me up. But I envied them. They had something I didn't: family dinners, hugs after school, and laughter that wasn't forced. One summer, everything changed. My father announced we were going to a village for a month. A real break, he called it. I wasn't excited. No internet, no luxury, and no friends. When we arrived, I hated it. The roads were muddy. The house we stayed in was small and plain. There were no air conditioners, no polished floors. I wanted to leave. Then I met Ravi. He was a village boy my age. He had no shoes, only a worn-out shirt and shorts, but he had the brightest smile I had ever seen. Ravi asked me to play cricket with him and his friends. At first, I hesitated. I didn't know how to play on dusty fields with a handmade bat, but I joined. We played under the sun until we were covered in sweat and dust. We laughed until our stomachs hurt. For the first time, I felt free. Ravi took me to his house. It was tiny, with just 2 rooms and a thatched roof. His family greeted me warmly. His mother offered me a simple meal of rice and lentils. They all sat together, eating and talking. They laughed over small jokes. They asked me questions about my life, genuinely curious. Their house was small, but it felt so full. I couldn't stop thinking about it. They had so little, yet they seemed so happy. How could they laugh so easily? How could they be so content? The days passed, and I spent more time with Ravi. We climbed trees, swam in the river, and played games I had never heard of. My parents joined in too. I saw a different side of them. My father laughed as he tried to fish in the river. My mother learned to cook with Ravi's mother. We ate together under the stars, something we had never done before. Slowly, I realized something. Wealth isn't about money or big houses. It's about the love and joy you share. Ravi's family didn't have riches, but they had something far more valuable. When we returned to the city, I felt different. I no longer cared about fancy toys or gadgets. I wanted to spend time with my parents. I wanted to feel the laughter and love I had felt in the village. That summer taught me the most important lesson of my life. True wealth isn't in gold or marble. It's in kindness, laughter, and the people you hold close. I'll never forget Ravi, his family, or that little village. It showed me what really matters in life. When we returned to the city, everything felt different. The mansion didn't feel as grand, and the silence seemed louder. I wanted to be closer to my parents, but I also wanted to carry the warmth of the village with me. Months passed, and I started focusing on the small joys I had missed. Lunches with my parents, conversations without phones, and walks in the park where I didn't mind getting my shoes dirty. One day, I met someone. His name was Ariel. He was English, a man of simple tastes, and his life was the complete opposite of mine. He had grown up in a modest home, unlike me, and he didn't care for expensive things. Ariel's family was warm, and every Sunday they gathered for dinner, laughing and telling stories just like Ravi's family. Ariel was kind and genuine. He didn't judge me for my wealth. He loved me for who I was, not for the house I lived in or the car I drove. We spent hours talking about life, sharing stories of our childhoods, and he told me how his family had taught him the importance of kindness and love over material things. It reminded me so much of the lessons I had learned in the village. We started dating, and every day with him felt like a new adventure. We went to museums, cooked simple meals together, and spent time volunteering for causes we both cared about. With Ariel, I felt understood. I felt truly happy. One evening, after a beautiful day spent at the beach, Ariel took my hand and led me to the pier. The sun was setting, painting the sky with hues of pink and orange, and the cool breeze brushed against our skin. Ariel looked at me, his blue eyes sparkling in the soft light. "I know we come from different worlds," he said, his voice steady but warm. "But with you, I've found my world. I want to spend my life making memories with you. Will you marry me?" I was speechless for a moment. It felt like time had slowed down, just like it had in that village. Ariel wasn't asking me to be with him because of my wealth. He was asking me because of the love we shared, the love I had discovered in Ravi's family, in the village, and now with Ariel. "Yes," I whispered, my heart swelling with happiness. "Yes, I will marry you." Our wedding was simple but beautiful. We exchanged vows in a small chapel, surrounded by friends and family, just like the weddings I had witnessed in the village. It was a day filled with love, laughter, and the promise of a future together. As we grew older, we built our life together. We had children, two bright-eyed little ones who were full of energy and curiosity. Our first child, a daughter, we named Lily. She had Ariel's blue eyes and my smile. Our second child, a son, was named Jack. He had dark hair like mine and a laugh that filled the house with joy. Lily and Jack loved to explore, just like I had when I was their age. Ariel and I made sure to teach them the values we had learned: kindness, love, and the importance of spending time with family. We moved to a cozy house in the suburbs, far from the city's chaos but close enough to visit when needed. Our children played in the yard, just as I had in the village. We would spend evenings around the dinner table, sharing stories, laughing, and enjoying each other's company. As the years passed, I realized that my life had come full circle. I had everything I could have ever wanted, not in terms of wealth, but in terms of love and family. Ariel, like Ravi, had shown me the true meaning of happiness. We were surrounded by the simple things that mattered most: laughter, love, and the joy of being together. Our home wasn't filled with golden chandeliers or marble floors, but it was filled with warmth. It was filled with the gift of love, just like the village that had opened my eyes to what truly mattered. I knew now, as a mother, a wife, and a daughter, that I had everything I needed. Because the true treasures in life are the ones that can't be bought. They are the ones you earn through love, connection, and the memories you create with those who matter most. And as we gathered around the dinner table, Lily and Jack listening to our stories, I realized the greatest wealth wasn't in gold, but in these moments, the moments I had found with Ariel, just as I had with Ravi's family all those years ago.